burial ceremony of the late Governor of Ondo State and Chancellor Owo Anglican Diocese, Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, SANCON. The funeral service of late Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu was held on Friday, 23rd February 2024 at St. Andrew Anglican Church, Imola Street, Owo local government area of Ondo State, Nigeria. At about 10 a.m., the undertakers ushered the corpse into the church, while the funeral service began just immediately. Late Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu was born on 21st of July 1956 and called to glory on 26th December 2023. He was buried on Friday, 23rd February 2024. At the funeral service, the deceased wife, Chief Mrs. Betty Akeredolu, and children were physically present to pay a last respect for the late governor. At the service, Psalm 39 was read, while the lesson was taken from the book of Revelation 7:9-17, after which intercessory prayers were rendered. In his homily, the primate of the Church of Nigeria, Anglican Communion, Archbishop Henry Ndukoba, ably represented by the Most Reverend Dr. Blessing Enyinda, Dean, Church of Nigeria, spoke on the topic, The Brevity of Life, reading from Psalms chapter 39, verses 4-5.
Lord, make me to know my end and measure my days. What is in it, that I may know how frail I am?
In his sermon, he said that life is short and meaningless, stressing that life is like a shadow which appears for a short time and disappears. According to him, life is full of trouble, and every human being lives a life of trouble, such as hardship, insecurity, calamity, famine, and the likes.
He says life is full of trouble. There's something more. If life is brief and trouble-free, it will be good. But the briefness of life is full of trouble.
The Most Reverend Enyinda, while speaking, stated that it was so painful and always hard to lose someone like Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu to the cold hands of death, being a courageous and fearless man. He then offered special prayers for the deceased wife, children, and family members.
Everyone who has found time to come from far and near to this service in honor of a great man. And so on behalf of the private, we come in touch with the family of His Excellency, late Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, especially his widow, Her Excellency Betty, their children and their grandchildren, the entire Akeredolu family, and faithful of our houses, the people of Owo, the government and people of Ondo State. May the good Lord grant you the fortitude to bear the absence of your father, your husband, your brother, and your friend and neighbor.
He also prayed for spirit of imbibing good governance for all people in positions of authority in Nigeria and Ondo State in particular. The president, who was represented by the vice president, Senator Kashim Shettima, while giving his tribute, said Nigeria has lost a man whose legacy will continue to speak for him.
A man who was unflinching in his dedication to their well-being. A man whose legacy is support on behalf of the people, leaving an indelible footprint on the sands of our shared history. Forged in the workshop of a noble profession, legal profession, whose members he got to lead and whose highest honor he was privileged to acquire. Our dear friend and brother was chosen by us to articulate his truth throughout his lifetime,
stressing that it's better to celebrate Akeredolu's life and his contributions to humanity rather than mourning him. He described the late governor as a highly intelligent individual and a dogged fighter. The Ondo State Governor, His Excellency Lucky Orimison Ayedatiwa, while giving his remarks at the service, thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima, governors, and other special guests for their support and prayers towards the success of the burial programs of Akeredolu. He further appreciated the Anglican Church and all the men of God for a well-coordinated service. He also appreciated lawyers, family members, and well-wishers for paying their last respect for the late governor. Ayedatiwa described late Governor Akeredolu as a courageous and fearless leader, a fighter, stressing that Akeredolu was one of the good people who did not live long.
Why can't God give him more years to stay with us, to be a husband and a wife, a real father to the children, leader and governor of the state for many years, and loyal friends to all of you that are here.
Accompanied to the event by his deputy, Chief Olayide Adelami, and other top government functionaries, Governor Ayedatiwa stressed that Akeredolu's positive impact on people and society have reflected on the accolades and tributes bestowed on him from different quarters. At the burial service, posthumous award as Jagumolu of Owo Diocese was given to the late governor, and it was presented by the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima. Bishop Stephen Fagbemi, the Bishop of Owo Diocese, in his remarks revealed plans to immortalize the late governor who served as Chancellor of the Anglican Communion in Owo through the Anglican Medical and Diagnostic Center, which will be dedicated in his honor. He noted that the corpse would be put to rest in private cemetery at the Chapel of Epiphany. At the reception ceremony, which took place at Midas Hotel and Resort, Owo, reputable Nigerians stormed the venue as a renowned juju musician, Yinka Ayefele, and his team were fully on ground, entertaining the guests. Some notable dignitaries who also attended the funeral were the Secretary to the Government of the Federation of Nigeria, George Akume, Biodun Oyebanji of Ekiti, Godwin Obaseki of Edo, Ademola Adeleke of Osun, Seyi Makinde of Oyo, Dapo Abiodun of Ogun, Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos, Abdurrahman Abdurrazak of Kwara, Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra, Doye Diri of Bayelsa, and Sharif Oborevori of Delta. Also in attendance were Senate Leader Okpeyemi Bamidele, former governors Olusegun Mimiko, Kayode Fayemi, and Benga Daniel, as well as APC National Chairman Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, Chief Judge of Ondo State, Justice Segun Odushola, and the wife of the late Prophet T.B. Joshua, Pastor Mrs. Evelyn Joshua, members of the National and State Assemblies, among others. While arriving the reception venue, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa moved round the hall to appreciate the guests for their support and cooperation. The APC chairman in Ondo State, Engineer Ade Adetimeyi, while speaking with Coastal Renaissance News correspondent, described late Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu as a courageous leader, a dogged fighter, and reliable leader. He said Oluwarotimi Akeredolu remains a life governor to him and that he would never address Akeredolu as a former governor anytime he wants to call his name.
Akedi is somebody you can have dialogue with. The moment you earn his word, go and sleep. Wake him up anytime, any day, he will not change.
Others who spoke with Coastal Renaissance News and gave their tributes at the reception were the Speaker, Ondo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Olamide Oladiji, Chief Olushola Oke. The chieftain of the APC in Ondo State and Honorable Nimbe Taiwo, former federal board member, Teaching Hospital, Uyo.
Akeredolu was a good leader, a fighter, a warrior, a promoter and developer. He's popularly called Mr. Talk and Do. We will miss him a lot. And my prayer is that God will accept him in the heaven.
And Rear Admiral Sunny Alade retired.
We are going to miss him tremendously. One thing is sure, all those things we share with Aketi, we are going to carry it on by the grace of God. I am talking of his spirit of courage, his spirit of perseverance, his spirit of forgiveness. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
The report was gathered and documented by Coastal Renaissance News, powered by engineer Mike Adeyanju, Ayedatiwa Support Group, courtesy Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa.